nos acompaña el Sheik Ahmed bin Hamad Al Thani. Sheik Ahmed, thank you so much for joining us and thank you for this invitation to your house.
Carol, it's a pleasure to have you guys here, and hopefully, Colombia will get to experience Qatar eventually with the upcoming days, inshallah.
Well, we are actually having a great time here. So what can you tell us about the experience of hosting this World Cup?
I think, that Qatar is a very small country, a very small peninsula in the Middle East. So to host such a big event is truly magical, I think, from our part. And I hope from your experience here, you got to witness, the capabilities of Qatar to host such a big event. Over the past 12 years, we have built the infrastructure of the country. We managed to build 8 or 9 big stadiums to host this World Cup. The roads are one of the best roads. The transportation, very easy and accessible transportation. And I'm sure you guys understand that most of the public transportation was free. So you got to travel from one place to another, without having or incurring any costs. Another aspect that Qatar, I think, has the benefit of is that it is a very small country. So people got to experience the World Cup from a very different perspective. The people got to go to more or multiple matches during the day. So you can actually attend all 4 matches if you intended to. The 1 p.m. match, the 4 p.m. match, the 7 p.m. match, and the 10 p.m. match for that. So I think it is a truly incredible experience for the fans and for us to have all of these cultures coming together and experiencing it all. And Sheik said it. He said, the Emir of Qatar said that, this is the Doha for the world. That you will come and see here is Doha for everyone. It is not only for Qataris, it is for everyone that is living on this ground, and for the whole world to come and experience the beautiful culture and the hospitable nature of Qataris.
Okay, what about the fact of hosting and receiving people from many countries in the world? The World Cup began like 10 days ago, almost 10 days ago. What balance could you make of all these days? We have, meeting people from every place in the world.
I think it is truly unmatched to have, this wide variety of different cultures. At the beginning, it was very difficult to grasp. There are people coming from Colombia, people coming from Brazil, people coming from England, people coming from the United States, people coming from Africa, from Ghana, from Cameroon. It was I myself, I'm very well traveled. I get to see the world a lot. So for me, it was quite the experience to see that my country, after all of this time, hosts people from all colors, people from all backgrounds, people from all walks of life. So for me, I think I am truly happy to see that Qatar is able to host a very wide culture of people. There is, I think, for a lot of people to learn from all of these cultures. There is beauty in every culture, and we can look at that, we can focus on that, we can try to understand. At the end of the day, we're one unit coming here together to celebrate the biggest event on the planet, which is the FIFA World Cup. We have an expected, I think, of 3 million people coming to the country. So for us, I think it is truly an exceptional experience. And I really do hope myself that you guys that are here get to feel this, because this has been 12 years in the making. From the very beginning, to see my country start at a very certain point and then reach to this point that is true. I am truly proud. I have attended, 3 or 4 different matches. I got to experience, from all ranges. I got to be a spectator. I got to be a person that worked there. So for me, I think it is one of the best experiences. Like you said, it's only 10 days. We have another 18 days to showcase the country, and despite having very ill intentions by the media, I think we have truly showed that we are capable of hosting this event, and we are very proud to host this event. And I believe myself that I've been to a couple of World Cups before, and I think that this World Cup is like no other when it comes to hospitality, transportation, and getting to experience the World Cup that we had intended to show.
I was asking you about the critics against Qatar because this country was hosting the World Cup. What do you think about those critics?
Any country in the world with a worldwide reach is subject to scrutiny, and very rightfully so, because we are the whole media around the world is being focused on this small country. But morally speaking, I do understand that Qatar has its boundaries and limitations when it comes to religion and to culture. However, a great deal is being swept under the rug from what I am witnessing. The media will surround its views around the negatives and neglect the beauty of the country. I find that the Western media is pushing this view that no country exists outside of the Western world. What the West has to understand is that their laws and their beliefs are not universal laws. Each person, has their own beliefs, has their own belief when it comes to whatever it is, whether it is the LGBTQ community, whether it is, any sort of other beliefs. At the end of the day, this is not a human rights conference. You are here to enjoy the World Cup, and I think, views aside, we can all come together. We can respect our boundaries, we can respect our people, and then accordingly enjoy this World Cup. I do not see why that there needs to be some sort of, implementing of my views, your views. We're here to come as one and enjoy football. So I think if we keep it at that, that can be the focus of, what this event is, and not, what is going on in the media.
But why do you think they are making those critics? What do you think is behind the critics?
Like I said, I believe that the West is finding it very hard to digest that a small Muslim country is hosting this big of an event. So it is quite a shock for them, because at the end of the day, the media wants to show that the world is the West and nothing else. So I think this was a big. That is why, most of the time we will not give an answer or we will not comment on this, but I felt like it is my duty now, after having witnessed the World Cup for the past 10 days, to really show that, this part of the world exists. We have the capabilities of hosting such an event. We have the understanding of the international market. Mm-hmm. So I think we have successfully shown that we can do it. We can host this event, and that what the media is showing you is not a true reflection of this country. And another thing I really hope that people will get to understand is that the morals and boundaries that are set in place here is not to restrict you. It is more to understand or to appreciate other people's cultures. Mm-hmm. It is helping you learn what other countries outside of maybe your beliefs have beliefs. Like I said, not every law is universal. There are certain beliefs that you have that I might not have, but we are here to respect both views. And another thing that, from my experience of other World Cups, is people here get to experience the World Cup without having to be intoxicated or constantly drunk or constantly this. So I think this is an opportunity for everyone to enjoy and not to implement their beliefs on what is going on.
Well, until now, as you said, this World Cup has been a success. So how do you think this World Cup is going to help Qatar in the future? For example, maybe politically, in the economy, and to continue showing the world what you can do?
Like I said, because this has a widespread reach, a lot of people are getting to see it. This in itself, I think, people are no longer hesitant to come and experience, what this country has to offer. Like, I'm sure the country is very rich. It has a lot of, different sectors, whether it is education, hospitality, tourism. We have a lot of different things to come and experience. And most importantly, that I think all of you guys can comment on here, is the fact that there is a high security. People can enjoy themselves. I have a co-worker with me at work that used to tell me, no place in the world I can leave my house at 1 a.m. and feel safe going to like the supermarket or getting to my house without being, attacked or something. So in this case, I feel like, this sense of security is very important for everyone, for any tourist that will come to the country.
Okay. We are also speaking about football. I was asking you before, what's your favorite team to win this World Cup? So what do you tell me now?
So I think the professional answer would be that I am supporting Qatar.
Yeah.
And that I am hopefully that Qatar will win the World Cup. But after the past matches, I do not believe that we will get to the next round. However, hopefully I have 3 contenders, and because I speak on behalf of my country, I cannot say that I support only one. I support all of the teams in the World Cup. However, I do love the Brazilian team, the Argentinian team, and the Portuguese team.
Oh, okay. So after this World Cup, why should people come to Qatar? Because we have many people here right now for this World Cup, but then in a couple of days, everyone will be leaving. Why should people visit this country?
I think, Carol, let's do this interview again on the 30th and see how many people leave. How many people leave the country, because I believe that a lot of people feel very safe to stay here, and that in itself, safety. Each one of us, really want to be safe in the place that we live. So I believe that this country is extremely safe. There is endless opportunities for investment. There is a lot of different aspects. We are very multicultural. I'll give you a fact that is very, very interesting. But the Qatari population is a minority in their country. So we have a lot of different people from all around the world that make up the most of our population. So that in itself, that sense of a global community, I think that is the huge driving factor. Besides, the monetary aspect of it.
Okay. Sheik Ahmed, thank you so much for this time. Thank you for this invitation. It's been a pleasure to speak with you. So, we will continue enjoying this World Cup here in Qatar, in your country.
It's a pleasure, Carol, and I really hope you can get to experience maybe what other people didn't get to experience in the country. And everyone is welcome. Despite of race, nationality, sexuality, everyone is welcome in this country.
Okay, thank you very much. Shukran.
Shukran.